Good evening. What's going on? Just did an interview with investor Nor, so thought while I was here ready to go, might as well jump on. Markets are a little bit interesting here, so thought we'd jump on here real quick. Bitcoin 11.4, where it's been setting. 5-minute chart in front of us. What's going on? Sarka, BB Junkie, Bill, Nate, Zimmy. Yo, Stunner's in here. What up, Clifford? Give a few more seconds here. Get a few more people in here. You're welcome, Chris. We haven't been live as much. Just been busy in the Discord and just trying to take a little bit of a break. Didn't have much to add, so I think we're kind of at an important area right here, right now. Without giving away everything, I'm going to go live here and share a little bit of what I hope some decent knowledge. What's up, Nate? Aimbot Falcon, Patrick, Richism, cool as a cucumber. So, bring a couple things here. A couple things to talk about. Bitcoin USDT technometer, 38's friendly. We're setting at 39. So I think we need to rally here, and if we don't, if the market won't rally when it's oversold and with the buy signal, then we're probably in some trouble. Right, Stunner. We were going to go live, and then I forgot I had to do the interview, and I thought, shoot, I'm here ready to go. So this is going to be short and sweet. Hopefully Nick and I will be back. We need to settle back down here. We're just busy with Discord and trading and you name it. So we were live every day when the market sucked, and now we're just busy kind of enjoying the rallies. So another thing I want to show is, hold on a second. So I wasn't really going to do this, so I'm not really prepared. Here's an interesting chart. Bitcoin USDT, the one I just showed you was almost oversold. You can see the OP, which is volume, has gone down to new lows here, while price is, instead of trading at 92.50, we're at 11.250. So holding much higher while volume is coming into the downside. And you also can see this is a spring by Wyckoff. We have sprung the level, well, that was about an 11.350. We came down to 11.150, whatever it was. So we've sprung that ride back up. We could be testing it here. So again, if this 11.150 level doesn't hold with an oversold technometer, then I think that tells you we've got problems. I think that might tell you that we're headed below 9,000, which is on the charts here. I've talked about we got risk to 8,000. I know not many people want to hear that. And Nick and I are the bulls in the China shop, so let's look at that real quick. This is the 4-hour. You can see here that we had an ABC down, ABC up, and I'm wondering if that's an A down and a B up, and then we're headed below 9,000 to come down to previous support at 7,500 to 8,000. Now I do Wyckoff, that is Elliott wave, but if we don't hold support here, because we did have a sell up here, we were long. We bought the 96.50, 95.50s. I was looking for a ride to 12,000. At 10.4, I wussed out and liquidated. We I wasn't bullish here up here at 12,000. I thought we were still making a top, and I think if you're bullish here with this oversold technometer, then we hold this level. Let's go to the 5-minute. We hold this level and we go to one more new high above that 12.2. That's really all that I'm looking for. I don't know why the chart wants to do that. There we are. Again, if you do Elliott wave, it could be a 1-2-1-2. So I don't want to see this. Really, I don't want to see 11.250 to give away, and definitely don't want to see 11.120 give away. Again, if that happens, then I think we've showed that 12.1, 12.2 was a high, and we have more downside. If we do show strength here and hold this level the next few hours and start showing strength above 11.5, 11.6, I think that could mean that we're headed to 12.2. So, but again, I'm not done much buying here. I'm just kind of watching. I think that's the two options on the table. A lot of risk here. If 11.250, 11.120 gives away, that could be one of these here where you have 600 down in a few minutes. Stops don't get filled. Stops get screwed. So that's why I think the risk is heavy here because, again, I'm bearish. I think we're still in a correction. So you don't want to bet the farm here. If you want to buy a little bit here and see if we can keep moving, buy some more trail stops, that might work. But again, I think you're going to see disappointment still on the downside possibly. So just be careful here. Litecoin, let's look at that one. That's also one that we traded. We bought like 90, sold 98. We bought 91, 92. We sold 99.50. The last thing we've done was sold 99.50. You can see here I've got a 1-2 marked here, but we just left behind an ABC, it looks like. Down here at this 85, I did have an oversold technometer. I did have a divergence. We did run up to 91 and change, but then gave it right back to really my buy point around 84, 85. So again, not acting as good as it should. Doesn't mean that they can't dig in and do it. But this 1-2 means we're ready to explode to the upside. And if not, then what's going to happen is this ABC down to here, that's going to be like an X wave. And we've got another ABC down, and we're going to see like 60 or 70 on the downside. So again, that's why the risk is high here. We sold 99.50s. I have not bought any Litecoin back, and not sure I will. So I'm a little wishy-washy. Normally I'm not. But, you know, we gave a sell at 13.5, 13.1. The ETCs, NEOs, Ethereums, and all these Bitcoin Cash, they've been hammered. So we've sidestepped some landmines there, and still trying to stay out of trouble. I'd like to stay out of trouble and be able to buy a further dip, because I think if we get that below 9,000, then I think you're going to see, I still think we're going to new all-time highs. I think we're going to 20,000 plus, maybe 30, 35, 36,000. So I've always said I'm pretty good looking out 3 weeks, so I'm going to stay with that. So strength here, I'd be interested in maybe trying to buy it and trail a stop, something like that. Everybody knows on stocks. Let's go over this real quickly. On the SPY, which is the Standard & Poor's, we gave a sell up here 3 weeks ago, gave a buy last Wednesday when we were down sharply. Took a nice chunk out of the short side. Technometer is still overbought here or nearing it, so I don't think we're headed to new highs. Again, I think there's got to be some trading going on. If we look at QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, you can see technometer 50. That makes us look still a little suspect. We got our Wyckoff wave we lean on a lot. It's setting at 45 neutral. So I'm guessing we test this purple line and we do try to rally here, but it will not be a rally to new highs. So I think we still got trouble. TLT has been one of my home runs this year. We gave buys back down here at below 120. We sold 131, 132, bought back 130 and sold this high here. which we did close at a new high today. And but I think we're in some type of a correction. I wouldn't doubt to see a move back down to 136, 135, and then we might buy that. You see technometer 49, so I don't think we're going to continue to explode. But if stocks give up the ghost here, there's going to be a run on bonds still. So be careful. Here's precious metals, same type of thing. We gave buys down here at 20, added on at 25, and sold everything up here at 29 and change. Technometer nearing overbought. I didn't like the way you can see on GDXJ, another chart. OP's not being following, Force is not following. So I just wasn't comfortable with all the buying there with the Dow coming down. So I moved out of there as well. So UUP, short dollar. This is a long dollar ETF. I want to be short here. I've not entered a trade. We are overbought. If I had a gun to my head, I'd be short this, but I've not entered that trade yet. Advanced Micro Devices, a stock we're long. We bought it here after earnings at 31, added more at 29, and still long here. If the markets do rally higher, I think that one will lead us. So we're going to hope that one digs in here. And Square, we're long that. Bought 68, and today was a little not encouraging. Hopefully this thing will dig in here and maybe give us a rally back up to 68. Or maybe we'll just be able to scratch the trade and then buy it back cheaper. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on the stock side. And again, Bitcoin still 11.4. I'm not going to go over really any other coins. Nothing else is doing much. I don't really have, I've got the somewhat decent setup on Bitcoin, a somewhat decent setup on Litecoin, and that's really about all I'm looking at the moment. Crypto to zero, never 20K. I won't agree with that because I think there's so much money coming. From where I'm setting, a lot of big money, 10, 20, $100 million accounts. They want custody, they want insurance, they want to be in this market. So if they come and chase Bitcoin, I think you're going to see still a lot more strength. So only risk what you can afford to lose. Use some stops if you can't afford it. We are managing money for the private client group. We do a lot of it now at 3 commas. That allows me to enter stop orders that go to market when triggered, and they're not seen by the exchange. So that's what's been helping me out with managing clients' money. Hopefully we'll get some type of alt season here. I guess why we say that, bring up the Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to the daily. I talked about on here going to 72. I did mark it here. I've not touched this chart. You can see we're right up here touching 72 almost. If Bitcoin does rally here, I think you're going to see that 72 hit in the next few days. I'm thinking maybe this could be 5 waves up, which we would need a pullback. So maybe we get a little bit of alt strength here. There's some spoof trading going on, but there's a lot of OTC trading going on in size. So I don't think it's all it's not all spoof. Some of these exchanges are doing that to try to get more volume to their exchange to make money, but not the big exchanges and not OTC. Joseph wants another 9,000 again. I do think there is risk for that. So I'm not a bear, but I do think we got to have more weakness. If we do that, it's because I think we had the 5 waves up into the 14,000, which we called live. And I don't think that's a wave 2. It'd be pretty fast and furious. If so, then we did a 1-2, and we've also did another 1-2 here. And this would be a 3-4. So again, that is a possibility that we explode higher here. Again, I don't think that. I think you're still going to see that this 1-2, the 2 is going to be somewhere over here at 8 or 9,000. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an ABC. But that's going to be the excitement here. Because if we've done the 1-2 already, then we're going to continue higher with no pullbacks. Again, I'm not in that camp at the moment, even though we are extremely bullish Bitcoin. Discord, 40 bucks a month. You know it. We've got room over there. Go to Patreon. There it is. Go to Patreon, learn crypto, pay the $40 lower right VIP pork blaster. And once you do that, we will send you a Discord invite link. So get up-to-date trades. You get a ton of fundamentals. You get a ton of everything over there. I'm giving stock trades over there, which normally I charge 40 bucks a month at Wyckoff SMI. So we're not trying to knock everybody out. We're just trying to build a nice community. So again, that's really all I got. I wanted to come on quick so you know we're still doing this. We're not just in Discord. We're trying to still do the Twitter, still trying to do YouTube for people that don't have the 40 or don't want to be in there. Nick is, he would have done tonight, but I had an interview with Investor Nor, which I think will come out in the next couple months, a couple weeks. Appreciate it, Clifford. So again, Nick and I probably here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. If markets move real quick, I'm liable to be back on here, and then him and I might not go, but we're still doing our thing. So I think that's it. I think if we go to 8,000, I mean, I think we're headed there. So if we go to 12.5 first, then I still think we'll roll over. I mean, I think 8,000 would be on the books just here, next 3 weeks. If that happens, then I think we'll wash out some people, and that'll be a good buy point. I think stocks are probably still sideways to lower. I don't think we're going to crash. I don't think we start a bear market. Fed's still too accommodative. I think a bear market in stocks would hurt Bitcoin. I think it'd take away speculative juices, so I don't think we want that. I know some people think we're going to crash stocks, economy, Bitcoin's going to skyrocket. I'm probably not in that camp. I'd like to see low interest rates still, everybody happy with their stock gains, and let's throw that money from stocks into cryptos. I will go to Overstock here real quick. There's the 1 year. I know we talked about live down here at 10, 12, that if you like cryptos, still chase that one. And here we are back to 25. So I think anything like that probably still has legs that it'll follow Bitcoin up. You can see here, Technometer didn't give a buy, is around 41. I was going to hope that was a decent buy there. But you're seeing good volume coming in. OP here showing intraday volume. Big, strong uptrend. So I'm sure there'll be pullbacks, but Overstock looks good. I can chart SLV, which is the Silver Trust. I was long that as well. I mean, we would have had a buy down here when I added on to GDX, but and I would have had buys further back here. Silver's not, silver kind of lagged for a while, so I've not been long much silver. Daily volume has been going down on the cryptos. That's again why I think we're in a bear market. I don't have that chart available. I wish I did. Usually, if this is a 1-2-1-2, you should see strong volume here. We're not getting that. Again, that's why I don't think it's 1-2-1-2. Actually, it is. Let's bring up. I should have it here somewhere. There's the count I'm looking for. That's a triangle. There's the possible count. is what I think it is. ABC down, ABC up, and then AB. So if we do turn down here, I think 11.1 is negative. We start overlapping down here, it starts to be more negative, and I think then you'll probably have some selling come in. So again, that shows 7,700. I'm not sure it'll get that deep. We'll worry about that later. The question still, anybody just getting here, is whether we're going to hold here. I do have an oversold technometer. I do have a little bit of reason to be a buyer here, but these lows have to hold. If we do hold here and work higher, I think it's just going to be a move here where the B wave gets lifted over. I don't think it's the start of a rush. We'll see how volume acts if we do get a rally here. But a break here of this low at 11,120, I think says bears are in charge again. So appreciate it, Chris B. That's all I got. I'm going to run the usual outro on who is Wyckoff for anybody that doesn't know. And check us out over in Discord. I do not check CME gaps really for a market that trades 24/7. I just don't think gaps matter that much. So I do know there's a gap down there. We would fill that, so maybe that's what will happen. I don't follow a lot of gaps. I don't follow a lot of moving averages, etc. I really just do my Wyckoff with a little bit of Elliott wave. So I'm out of here. Thanks for the watch. Hit the like button if you appreciate it, and we'll catch you probably tomorrow.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and created the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.